Nearly at the top. Alright, today was meant to be a video to follow up on the training video I did before, but I felt like I have to do another type of video that I didn't want to do because it's the kind of stuff most runners don't want to have. It's a video about injuries. We are running with Croqueta today, so there's gonna be lots of dog footage today. Okay. Which is always good when talking about a bad subject. 5 weeks ago I hurt myself while doing high intensity training, HIIT. I was doing some kind of active squats and I felt a pop in my calf, and then that was it. I could barely walk, I could barely put any weight on my left leg. I wasn't gonna make that video because I was really depressed about the injury and I really didn't feel like talking about it, and I wanted to keep it quiet, fix it on my side, and then hope for the best. You know, classic toxic masculinity or whatever. Stay toxic. But then I talked to my friend and I realized that I didn't know what to do after an injury, and then it felt like it would be good information to put out there on what to do and what not to do. In a way, I got lucky because I got injured 5 weeks before the race, which is enough time to recover, and also I got injured not while I was running. So I teared my calf muscle, and my first reaction was to stretch and walk a bit, go get some lunch, check if it fixes it. That's where I was lucky that I wasn't running, because I could have maybe finished my run with the injury, which is something you absolutely shouldn't do. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. Call your doctor. I'm exhausted. Croqueta is like whatever. So this is what I learned. The first thing to do is to stop. Whatever you're doing, you hurt, felt wrong, just stop. It's okay, you can train the next day if you're fine. Just stop. Well, that's number one. Number two, there's something called P.R.I.CE, which is an acronym to remember what to do, and I stuck to that. Honestly, I think that's what saved my calf. So P.R.I.CE is P for protect, R for... I'll do R later. R is for rest, I is for ice, C is for compression, and E is for elevation. So pretty straightforward. Protect. Obviously don't let anything happen to your injury. Rest. Don't move, don't do anything. Ice. Just put some ice, not directly on the skin, in 20-minute increment every 2 hours. Compress. I had a compression sock, so I put that. And E, it's elevate. Just put your injury kind of above your heart to push the blood flow. So in my case, I put a calf sleeve, I iced it, and I didn't move for 3 days straight. And then on day 4, that's when you start the rehab, or whatever you want to call it. At this point, I only had looked up the NHS website, and I felt confident I could, sort my injury with just the website. The only thing I didn't understand or didn't know what to do with was the part where they say to challenge yourself, because challenging myself as a runner is kind of the base, and so I wanted to talk to a real person to understand the difference between pain that's like challenging And pain, that's like, you pushed it too much, mate. You're not running anymore. And so I just took an online physio to just double check the plan. And what we ended up settling on is, if it hurts a bit, it stops anyway. And if it stops hurting, start again. And if every time you do that it hurts a bit longer, then stop completely. Which, in hindsight, seems pretty obvious. Timing wise, that was less than ideal for me, even though it gave me time to recover, because at that point I still had 4.5 weeks. The fact that I have to go slowly up meant that I had to do the opposite of what I needed to do, which was finish going up until 3 weeks and then taper down. So tapering down is the opposite process. Is before a race you decrease your workout so that you're rest, you're in the best form of your life, you're ready from 3 weeks ago, but you don't have any leftover tiredness from your workout. So for the next 3 weeks I slowly increased my activities, starting with just walking 1k on day 1, 2k on day 2, 3k, 4k, etc, etc. So last weekend I did my 21k at a slow pace, like a long run. Everything went fine, and so now I'm tapering with today heel work. Little tip: if you're running heels, don't run on your toes. Your heels should still touch the ground, otherwise you're working out a whole different pair of muscles. So all this is good and well, but I didn't talk about the difficulty of sticking to the program of rehab and how sad it made me to not be able to move and feeling that I lost all the progress I had. The first 3 days, all I could think of was, get better, but also, oh my God, I'm just gonna struggle so much at the marathon. And so the way I went around that is doing research, obviously, but also using the rehab as if it was a part of the training. So the part of the training wasn't run 42k or whatever, it was get your calves started. I also focused on stuff I could do at that time, which is weight loss, eat better, and do some core training. I wasn't doing anything crazy, just trying to keep my head in the game. And then took a couple of weeks until I felt positive, and then when I started running a bit, it helped a lot. Obviously I would have been in a better situation if I didn't help myself, but at least it went the best way it could, mostly because I stuck to the plan. Pardon hill. I've nearly done 5k in hills, in the park, going up and down hills. Next video will probably be the marathon video, because we're living in a week. Exciting and stressful. I'll post a little update of how to follow me during the race. Make sure to try to spot me. Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone. I think I'm gonna steal a dog. Hello, doggy. You coming with us now? See? A ver. Well done, Croqueta. You say hello to the camera?